Look, this doesn't sound nice. I'll say it, and they'll criticize me for it. You watch. But I have the distinct pleasure of running against the worst presidential candidate in the history of presidential politics. I really believe that. I don't know. Can you imagine if I lost to him? I'd have to say I lost to the worst candidate ever put up. Don't do that to me, Michigan. Don't do that. Biden supported China's entry into the World Trade Organization, which, by the way, was a disaster. China was flatlining for years and years and decades, and it got into this World Trade Organization with all sorts of advantages. Just a terrible, terrible situation took place, and that's when China became a big, powerful economic power. But if you look at the numbers just before the plague, now the numbers are different. We were going up, up, up. We were beating them like a drum. They weren't even close. We were gaining, gaining, gaining. We were number one by far. For years I've heard that in 2019, China was going to surpass us. Well, in 2019, we gained a lot on them. We were doing great. We were doing great. And we'll be doing even better next year. You watch. Yesterday, it was revealed that a fund partly owned by Joe Biden's son, Where's Hunter? See, his first name, I now name, his first name is Where. Where's Hunter? He must be a brilliant guy because with no experience, he's taken more money from more countries. He had no job and then he became rich. But Where's Hunter facilitated the sale of a Michigan automotive company to a leading Chinese military defense contractor. Does anyone know that China's military got yet another piece of American manufacturing might? And the Biden family made a lot of money on it, a lot of money. What about Ukraine? He got $183,000 a month, $3 million up front, and he had no experience with energy, working for an energy company, by the way. What's your experience? Hunter, what's your experience with energy? I don't have any. Okay, we'll pay you $183,000 a month. And we'll give you an upfront payment, Hunter, of $3 million. Will that be satisfactory? He goes, yes, I'll take it. Would anybody here not take that deal? Anybody, please raise your hand. There's one guy, right? You must be a pretty rich guy. If Biden's elected, China will own America. Washington vultures like Biden and others ripped apart entire towns all across your state. Michigan lost half of all manufacturing jobs after the trade deals that Biden supported. And by the way, I don't know if anybody, does anybody remember, like 12 years ago, long before I thought about running for president, when I enjoyed my life, I had the greatest life. Where would we like to go? Let's go to Monte Carlo this weekend. Let's go. No, I had a great life, but I was honored. I was doing very well. I was honored in Michigan. Does anybody know that? I was given Man of the Year award by somebody. And I came in and I spent like 45 minutes talking about how you've been ripped off, how all your auto companies are leaving and going to Mexico, and by the way, to Canada too. But how they're all leaving and going to Mexico and Canada. I spent the whole time talking about it. I said, at the end, I felt embarrassed. I said, I hope I haven't insulted the state too much, but why do you let this happen? I stopped it. I stopped it. Won't be happening. Won't be happening. It's not going to happen anymore. Biden took a sledgehammer to your state. Earlier this year, I kept my promise to Michigan workers when we ended the NAFTA nightmare that everybody said was impossible to end, and when we signed that brand new U.S., Mexico, Canada agreement into law. The USMCA includes powerful wage protections, to keep auto manufacturing jobs right here in Michigan. Now they have a tremendous disincentive to leave Michigan, fire all of our workers, go to Mexico or Canada, make the car or the product, send it in here without tariffs. We end up with closed factories, no job, and no taxes. That's not happening anymore. That's not happening anymore.